Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Broke.as.node. Yeah, that's the new theme song. The new theme song.
Hell yeah.
That's that new. I think we should do like probably for the next like 10 episodes. Do a new theme song every time.
Yeah, and we can all take a vote at the end. And
To see which is the best. Did you hear me and Troy's last time? That got
weird.
weird.
I heard that, yeah.
Got really weird. Have you heard it? No, it's on YouTube. It's up.
No.
Cool. Yeah, I'll listen to it.
The name of the episode is AWA, or Anime Weekend Atlanta 2016, and Troy's poem. It's me doing music while Troy does a weird poem.
Solid.
And it's oddly grungy.
So if you haven't listened to the last episode,
check that out.
Listen to it.
It's quite interesting. But yeah, last time we had a theme, Anime Weekend Atlanta. This time we're kind of just going. A lot's happened though.
There is a theme though. There is a theme.
There's a slight theme. We got a lot to talk about though. Besides your theme. Well, with you as always, I'm your host, Lucas. To my left, I have the beautiful,
The effervescent,
the lovely, the magical, the sexy, the amazing
Jared
Wheeler.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's me.
Hey.
It's the beard. Let's be honest.
Also,
I got like a good 3-inch beard right now. So.
Yeah, man. Maybe you should be the picture of the new.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do that.
Just a close up of your beard.
Well, I mean, you might want to take it in like January 29th to January 30th because that's when I'm shaving it. So
we don't want it. Oh, like right before you shave.
Right before I shave it.
Woo! Yeah. Like,
Look out for Jared's flower beard because that will happen.
Flower beard. We'll put a logo somewhere in there. It'll look really good.
Oh, wait, no, like December 30th. That's what I was thinking.
Okay. Right.
So it's gonna be a month.
To my other left, I have my girlfriend, who I also love.
I don't get the same introduction. What is this?
She's here.
Heyo.
Troy's kind of here. He's in the
Troy.
background.
He's here in our hearts.
He's creeping. It's
Troy's
fine.
had a rough day at work, so he's not going to be joining in as much. You can say your name though, Troy, or something. I don't know.
Hey. That's Troy.
That's Troy. Oh, I don't know.
Or as I like to call him, Trevorly.
He's about to have to go to bed. They get him. His job gets him up at like 5 a.m. It's crazy.
So,
it's insanity.
It is what it is. But first up on the agenda. Da 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 da.
Oh, we can start there. Fine, we'll start there just for you because that's what you want. The Lord of the Rings. Yes, sir.
I feel like this is where you're supposed to do the theme song right here.
Movies.
Well, I mean that's copyrighted. We should be careful.
If you're humming it, it's not a big deal.
No one's gonna copyright our stuff right now. Like we're not picking up.
Listen, Jared, I'm thinking long term. Thinking long term.
If we go back and like listen to that, yeah.
I mean,
that's bad. You said the Lord of the Rings theme. That's too much.
We broke my Lord of the Rings virginity.
We did finally. It only took 2.5 years to date.
I mean, it is what it is.
That's all.
So you were like 15 years late?
Yeah, a good 15 years late.
Yes. But it's like a fine wine.
When did Fellowship come out?
Fellowship came out like 2000, 2001, somewhere around there.
Was it? Was it that early? No.
Maybe 2002?
Let's fact check.
But it's like
it was right at the beginning of the 2000s.
But fine wine, though.
9/11, then Lord of the Rings.
I wouldn't put those two things together, but all right.
They're more related than you would think.
Interesting. But like, it's like a fine wine. It probably gets better with age, right?
Oh yeah, Lord of the Rings.
So like now that I'm like so much older and way past the time that everybody else has seen it.
Lord of the Rings tasted like aged wine when it was released.
There's a lot of things.
Was it classy?
Wow, you were right.
Was it smooth? Heyo, bing bada boom.
What was the date? What was the date?
They had. it doesn't say.
Come on.
Wikipedia is screwing me over right now. Two Towers, 2002. Return to the King, 2003. Wait, so I was 10 years old for Return of the King? It seems like I was older. It seems like I was. I don't know. I saw them all in theaters. I mean,
I don't think I saw Fellowship in theaters, which sucks because that's my favorite one.
Oh, I saw it twice in theaters. It was great.
Fellowship is the first one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, in advance, I apologize for any weird know-how. I'm going to be like, hey, there's that one, because I don't totally know all the names.
She's just on her first viewing of Lord of the Rings.
This is She watched all 3. In about a week, we watched all 3. Maybe 2.
Week and a half.
They're probably
I do have to work.
Because you watched,
Yes, we would watch like an hour and then I'd pass out and go to sleep.
Yeah. So we were asking you earlier which was your favorite movie, because me and Jared are divided here.
Okay, yours is the first one.
Which is clearly the worst one.
No. Obviously the best one.
Obviously the worst.
I'm honestly gonna go with the second because it's the one that made me the most intrigued.
Oh, because you like Treebeard. That's all it is.
Alright, I am here for Treebeard. Okay?
Treebeard.
2 Towers is really good. I love all of those movies, though. So
The first
it's
one...
hard to pick a favorite because they're all really good.
It's not really. It's really not.
Return of the King!
The first one...
Yes!
Because it's the big climax and the biggest
it's
battle.
Such a good climax.
So apparently Troy's chipping in now and not going to sleep. So
I just
that's
love
interesting.
Hobbiton. I just love Hobbiton so much. So I like how they set up the world, starting with Hobbiton. I mean, that's how the book starts it.
Fair.
But I just like the setting up of Middle Earth, of the universe, starting with the Hobbits. It's just like my favorite part.
Fair, but it's also super boring.
I love it so much. I can
It's
watch that
so
part
boring.
You gotta go to New Zealand, man. You gotta
Yeah,
visit.
that would be awesome.
Sidebar, me and Lucas will later have a Hobbit house sometime
One
in
day,
our
yeah.
lives.
One day
Life.
we will have a Hobbit.
You got
It
those
is what it
round
is.
windows,
No,
round
I'm
windows.
about the
yeah.
aesthetic of the Hobbits,
Oh,
like
yeah.
for real.
It's awesome.
Because I'm little like
They
that.
have the long tunnel hallways from the front door. And they
Yes.
have side rooms.
No, I feel
Yes.
it because I'm just as small as them, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
So I'm gonna be like ducking, and she's gonna.
I
be
mean, that's fine. I don't give a like. You're not gonna care if it's like
You're gonna have like
Hobbitized.
you're gonna have like a 5-foot ceiling.
I am 5 foot, so maybe like
Considering-
5.5 feet.
5.5 foot.
Like I'm cool. You're gonna be like on all fours all the time. It's
Like
fine.
Gandalf, legitimately hitting his head, like we know.
Right, you have a chandelier right there in the opening, and
Yeah.
you just hit your head every time you walk.
I
into
want
work,
Ian
so
McKellen to be my gay grandpa.
We all do. We all do. We all.
I had a dream about Ian McKellen like last
What?
night.
What?
I swear to
It was
God,
destiny.
I swear. I was driving down this like road, and for some reason I saw these lights on the side of the road. It was dark, and it was this curvy back road. And I stopped on the side of the road and then walked. And I don't remember like the reason I walked. But then Ian McKellen was standing in the middle of the road, and he was there, and there was this like party going on to the side, and people were meeting him, and I was like, "Oh my God, can I take a picture with you?" And he was like, "Yeah, of course." And then I just sat there and like did a whole fan thing, signing, and then hung out at the party for a little bit. And then
So you
drove home.
partied with Gandalf.
Yeah.
Is
It was
basically
awesome.
what this dream was.
And, yeah.
So it's everyone's dream.
Yeah, it was really. and
Was it-
It was a really weird. Like it was a back road in the dark at night, and there was just this random party going on.
Well,
Out in the
where
middle
else
of
would
nowhere.
Gandalf be?
That's true.
But was it Gandalf the Grey or Gandalf the White?
It was
That's
just
a
Ian
good
McKellen. He wasn't in costume.
Okay.
Well, that's not
Not
nearly
even
as fun.
Magneto. Like, come on.
No, he was wearing like a sweater. He kind of looked like Magneto, but
Right.
He was wearing a sweater.
because Magneto
Fair.
looks more like
I feel
Ian
it.
McKellen than Gandalf does.
Yeah, yeah. But okay, so your favorite character is obviously Treebeard.
Treebeard, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I have a love of Groot, and he's just like so casually like, well, this is the way it is. And I'm big and huge, and then he gets all mad and is like, ah!
They're killing the trees!
And then just is like,
environmentalism
yeah, and then he just
metaphors there.
some up, and I'm
Well,
about
thank
it.
you for saying 2 words I have to bleep out.
Okay, well, you'll be fine. But he's just all like, that's my family, like, suck it. And then just like,
Did you guys watch the extended editions, or did you watch the regular?
Oh, we watched the extended
We
version.
did watch the
okay.
extended versions.
We watched,
That's right.
we watched all 12 hours of
Yeah.
the series.
I love the part where Merry and Pippin like start drinking the ant water in the forest, and they start growing, and they're like really.
That
nice
is
to
my
them.
dream. I hope you guys know that. As someone who is 5 foot even, who constantly has to go and get a step stool to reach things in the counters of her own kitchen, that is my dream.
Drinking ant water, yeah, that's only in the extended editions too. It's
Yeah.
not in the regular versions. So yeah, they just have this little, and then they get swallowed up by the tree. That's not in the.
I know,
Yeah,
I-
either. Yeah.
I just love
That was kinda
Treebeard.
scary.
Maybe it's because I want to be Merry and Pippin and just like ride on like Treebeard's shoulder.
Well, your
and
favorite
just like
Hobbit is?
Mary.
Okay, so she loves Mary. Which
I
is fair.
do because
Mary a lot.
he's the little badass like just dude, and I respect that so much.
Pretty awesome.
Like Pippin's cool, but he's obviously a moron.
He's a complete moron.
He's a lot smarter in the books, actually. Like,
Really?
I've heard
Have
that.
you read all the books?
No, I've just read Fellowship, and I read that a long time
Whoa,
ago.
you actually read Fellowship?
Yeah,
Impressive.
Yeah,
That is impressive. I read the first 50
500
pages and I was
of
done.
and then I was gonna go back through it. I started and read the first 2 because I read Fellowship like 8th, 9th grade, so it's been like 8-9 years.
Wow.
9 years since I read Fellowship.
Wow.
So I forgot a lot of it. So
Okay, well, building off of that, Jared, who is your favorite character?
No.
Who's
You
your-
asked me my favorite Hobbit.
No, we
Who's
already
your-
talked. We're going to do both.
Okay,
Your
fair.
favorite character is Treebeard. Your favorite Hobbit is Merry. Now we're asking Jared, who is your favorite character?
the man of my dreams, Gandalf, obviously.
All right, fair enough.
That's
My
fair.
second favorite character.
Yeah.
Just to put that out there. Okay, why do you love Gandalf?
He's really like with the way he talks to all the characters is like he's kind of an asshole, and it's really funny. Like especially when he turns into Gandalf the White. I mean, and then when he's Gandalf the Grey, he has a lot of like words of wisdoms. Like some of my favorite scenes in Lord of the Rings are where he's talking to Frodo and telling him how like one of the best lines is all we can do is. Something about what time that is. Yeah, I can't remember the line right
Favorite
now.
line's forgotten.
Yeah.
Well, no, my favorite line by him when he's at least Gandalf the Grey is when Pip knocks the bucket. What's he say? It's like so
He's like,
sad.
next time throw yourself down the
Yeah, throw yourself down the well because like you're useless to me. That was terrific.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gandalf's your favorite. Obviously, he's a savage. We love him, but he's like so wise. He's awesome.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, like Gandalf isn't just a wizard. Like in Lord of the Rings, when you're a wizard, you're like an eternal spirit. Like you're closer
Right.
to a god.
Yeah.
He's a
immortal.
demigod. He's a demigod,
Yeah.
basically. Like he's kind of like Hercules type
Right.
level, but with magic.
And when he turns from Gandalf the Grey to Gandalf the White, he like forgets that he was Gandalf because he spends like 1,000 years or something. In
it was
this,
like an
like-
eternity
yeah.
in heaven, basically.
Yeah.
Afterlife.
And that's where he meets Shadowfax, his horse, and
Yeah.
becomes friends.
I am
with the Lord
about
of
the
Horses.
horse.
Who is the Lord of Horses?
Yeah.
He's
I'm
an eternal
about it.
spirit.
Yeah.
If I ever have a horse, it's going to be named Shadowfax or Hidalgo. I mean,
We'll
that's
see.
not a whole other thing.
Well, maybe we'll get one Shadowfax and one Hidalgo.
I love Viggo Mortensen. Okay,
We all
You know,
love
we could be
people.
like screwing up a lot of this like lore from if it's like a little slightly different in the books.
Yeah, this is just our knowledge.
disclaimer: this is all movies.
This is all movie. Obviously,
Sorry
spoil-
if we're
at this
getting
point
anything
spoilers,
wrong.
but at this point, if you haven't seen Lord of the Rings, I
Right.
really don't know what's wrong with you.
Once you've hit the decade mark, it's fine.
Right. I mean, are we at the point? No, we're not quite at the point where the Fellowship can have it. Can the Fellowship? No, not yet.
Can it
Fellowship
vote?
cannot smoke its own cigarettes legally.
Not yet.
Oh,
That's-
no,
Can it
that's
buy
the
it?
other
thing.
That is true.
So we'll
Can it
put
buy it,
spoilers
though?
Somewhere, but
Yeah.
no, not legally.
Okay, so it's
So
not 16
Fellowship
yet,
can't. Yeah, it has to be 18 to buy tobacco.
but 16 to smoke.
So in
well, that's if someone.
In
Is that a
20
law? I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, it's a
in
thing.
2018, 2019, it'll be.
But I mean, we're so close. You know what?
Yeah.
Like, screw you if you haven't watched it.
It's got a fake ID. It's fine.
right.
Samantha finally did.
She finally did. Okay,
Yeah.
your favorite Hobbit, Jared.
My favorite Hobbit.
Ooh, tough one, right?
If you say Frodo, I'm gonna throw the cup
She
at
hates
you.
Frodo.
I would
She
have to
hates
say
Frodo.
Pippin.
Yes.
Peregrine. Peregrine
Yes. Peregrine Took. And
He
you know,
does have redeeming qualities.
He's a Took. Tooks are awesome, man.
But I like Frodo. I mean, he's
I
like.
like you
Ew.
too. I don't know what she hates him Frodo.
No.
Yeah, why do you hate
Frodo went through a lot, yo.
Like, okay, I feel bad for
He's
Frodo,
the hero of
but
the
at the
story.
same
he is
time,
the hero.
Yeah.
he is so whiny
No.
and annoying. It
No.
makes me like
Not
I
fair to
want to
say.
punch him in the face.
Not fair to say.
If I was Samwise
He's carrying the
Gamgee,
greatest burden in the world.
yeah, well, I
for
get
3
that, but you
years on his
accepted
neck.
that. No,
Yeah.
you accepted it, so don't feel bad for you.
No,
You
it's not 3
consented.
years. It's not 3
It's
years.
not 3 years?
By the time they leave the Shire and they come back, I think they told us in
It's
the
like
movies. at least.
2-ish years, 13
No,
months.
It's 13 months.
13
Okay,
months
so
to
it's
get
not even- it's
to
like a little over a
Mountain
year.
Doom,
Yeah.
13 months back.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I don't know.
We can fact check.
We'll fact
Anyway,
check that another
sorry
day.
if we're wrong. But no, I just don't like Frodo. He's whiny and annoying. And if I were Samwise Gamgee, which granted we kind of like have the same name, I would want to punch him in the face. Granted, they're super gay.
Sam is just.
Oh, they're definitely
Sam is
gay.
just completely loyal to Frodo because he's.
They
like,
are butt buddies. That's
he's
why.
been that way since they were living in the
Buddies
Shire.
isn't the right choice of
'Cause-
words. They're in love with each other. It's a
Well,
love.
They're also like super in love. We just, with each other. I'm just saying Sam was so good to Frodo. Frodo was kind of a D-bag.
Frodo was literally dealing with worse than a heroin addiction. Worse than a heroin addiction.
But he agreed to it.
It is absolutely based out of
that's why I want to read through all the books too, is to see how the Sam and Frodo's relationship is handled in the books as opposed to the movies. Because in the movies, it does they get like super close and they're almost like married, like a married couple. Like
just about.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying Sam, who is considered the fat one according to Gollum. Like, it's like, hey, I won't eat so you can have it, and like, so you can potentially make the journey back. Don't worry about me. I don't have this great burden except taking care of your ass this whole time. Like, that's a whole different kind of burden, you know?
Yeah, no, Sam had his own burden, and Sam was also being pulled by the ring.
Exactly.
I love that.
Sam also gets married at the end, though, too.
Yeah.
Which I didn't really agree with. That was kind of weird.
I've always thought the reason Frodo leaves at the end to go to heaven, or whatever you want to call it, is kind of
because Sam got married.
Because Sam got married, and in Hobbit society, homosexuality clearly isn't accepted. We saw no examples of homosexuality. It was kind of old-timey. It was probably frowned upon. Frodo was in love with Sam. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Yeah. Maybe.
So canon,
or they were
Frodo is homosexual.
You could explain that also, that they were just like the closest friends, and he knew that he couldn't be that close of a friend to Sam anymore when Sam was married.
Bro,
Sam had a family.
Bro, they were gay. Come on.
I mean,
now, the traditional explanation is, and actually I think what actually Tolkien meant, though I think maybe there's some homosexuality in there. We can accept that.
Only a little bit.
Is the ring literally killed Frodo on the inside? He literally died.
He was dead inside.
He was dead inside. He couldn't enjoy life like he did before. It took too much of a toll on him. Yeah. Sam got a little bit of a toll, but not as much because he wasn't actually.
The ring is most powerful when it's closest to its master, and he was literally at the place. So while he was in Mordor, it's just like the most. Yeah.
So Frodo's dead inside.
Yeah. Basically.
Frodo is dead inside, and Sam's like that weird uncle who gets drunk and like dark at those weddings, like weirdly.
Yeah, kind of, a little bit. Moving on, my favorite character, Aragorn.
I support it.
He's an awesome character.
He's an amazing character, and I still stand by this. Aragorn could have absolutely supported the ring. He could have been Frodo. He could have done it. Now, it would have taken the same toll on him.
I don't think he would have been as whiny.
He could, maybe not, but he couldn't. He wouldn't have been king afterwards.
I mean, the way it's explained though is that men are the most susceptible to
right. But Aragorn isn't fully man.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a little elf.
But he is half. Or I mean,
no, he's less than half. It is like really small percentage.
He's a Dunedain.
He's a Dunedain. He's not completely man. But I think he could have done it, even if he was. He's got those morals. He could have carried it.
He's hot.
He's awesome. He's amazing.
He's beautiful.
Terrific character.
I'll be honest, I really don't like long hair on a lot of dudes, but like, I'm down.
Works on Aragorn.
Yeah.
Works on Aragorn.
Also,
1,000%.
Gimli, one of the best comedic relief.
Yes. So good.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
In a movie series.
I still think you should
That's usually all he's used for in the movies.
Yeah.
Is comedic relief, but it's awesome.
I still think you should cosplay as him for next year's Dragon Con.
I probably won't have the beard next year, so.
Okay, it's called extensions.
We can make some. We can figure.
I just think we should be characters from Lord of the Rings next year. I'll commit to Arwen because like that would be the easiest thing for me.
Obviously, you should, but you could be a hobbit, babe. You're short enough.
That's rude. That's rude.
You're short.
I am, but like, who would I be? There's no really important Hobbit women.
There's no good Hobbit women.
Ooh, cool! I'll be Rosie, who he marries.
I would like to be Gandalf, but I couldn't do it justice. And every Gandalf costume I see, they don't do it justice.
I've always wanted to do a Minecraft Gandalf. Have these like blocky beard.
It's possible. Anyway, that's a totally different podcast.
My favorite Hobbit though is Pip. I agreed with you there. So.
Really?
Yeah, I love Pippin. He's awesome. He's a Took. Frodo is a Took, by the way. It's right. They're
really
related. They're distant cousins. He's got Took in him. Bilbo and Frodo. It's explained in The Hobbit, the book. That's the only one I ever read was The Hobbit. That's the only book.
Is that the next series we'll watch? I know you're not like a fan of like The Hobbit, but I still think it's important for me to watch the series.
Peter Jackson thought it'd be okay to take a book that was 350 pages.
It was about the same size as one of the other I
think it was not even that long.
Yeah, probably less than some of them.
Yeah, easier to read. Yeah.
Yeah, not only is it redone, put it into 3 movies.
Made it
and
into
added
3
a
movies.
lot of stuff that's not in the book.
So he kind of stretched it.
He
and you were like,
stretched
Stretched
it
it really hard. Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
most of the things he added is canon, technically, didn't he? Like, he used stuff
Except,
from...
there's 1 or 2 things that aren't in
Yeah.
He's
Anything.
referencing, the appendices in the Lord of the Rings. And this...
There's an appendices in the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
There's a long appendices. There's a lot of stuff. It
Yeah.
goes through lineages.
Tolkien,
and,
listen, Tolkien created, you think, what's her name?
J.K. Rowling?
You think J.K. created a universe. Tolkien created a
All right,
universe.
new goal. Read the books.
The
Get through it.
Silmarillion is like
Good
a
luck.
history book. And
Yeah.
it's of the Lord of the... the history before all these events that the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbits tell. And so it's a really long history book, and there's other books that are history books of that world that he wrote, and it goes through dates and what happened and battles, but it's very short. It's written literally like a history book is written. So it's pretty insane that
Pretty
he wrote,
intense.
yeah.
Props to Tolkien.
Yeah.
Everyone take a drink for him because he's dead, right?
Cheers to Tolkien.
Cheers. to
Cheers. I don't actually have anything left in my glass, so
Tolkien. I don't know where my cup went.
isn't that it right
I'm
there?
drinking water. So we got Fellowship, Two Towers is your favorite, babe.
Yeah, because it kind of just sets everything up. Granted, I like the third movie, which I don't really know what the
Return
name.
of the King.
Return of the King,
Ugh.
which is super cool,
Moves.
but it's not just because of Treebeard why I like the second one.
It is
There's
just
so
because
much.
of
No,
Treebeard.
there's so much of the climax going.
The Battle for Helm's Deep is pretty awesome.
It's pretty awesome though that all 3 of us have the 3 different movies.
Yeah.
That's just a testament to how good those movies are.
Your Fellowship, I'm Return. But everyone I talk to is they get progressively better, and y'all are the only ones that kind of disagree with that.
No, the movies do get better. I just like the second
Most
one for a
people-
different reason. I liked not so much the heavy character building that the first one does, where it gets to the point where it's boring. There's a lot more action in the second one, but with the character building as well. And so I like that dichotomy that's going along with it.
I mean, fair enough.
Whereas I feel
believe, Return of the King still holds the record, tied with Titanic for the most Academy Awards. It's awesome. Music right now.
That is the Titanic
So
music.
let's not do that.
I'm just saying.
Let's not bring Titanic into this. Have y'all heard the Titanic theory that Jack is...
You said let's not bring Titanic into this.
Then I'm
And
gonna
you
go
start-
there.
yeah.
I mean, that's the greatest way to introduce Titanic, right? Have you heard the theory that Jack is all in the girl's head? That he's not
No,
real?
I haven't heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually pretty decent evidence to support that. The biggest being at some point in Titanic, the old lady says, the guy's like, we have no record of him, and she's like, oh no, you wouldn't, would you? It's like, I don't know. It's a whole thing. It's a whole theory. That's a side
It's
thing.
cool. Yeah.
Not a great movie. I didn't like it, but
You didn't like Titanic?
Anyway,
anyway.
I thought it was a good movie.
I thought it was stupid.
Really?
I didn't think it's.
I'm the
stupid.
only one who
I'll
watched
never let go,
Titanic.
Jack. I'll never let go. Bye.
It's a good romance movie.
Well, that's the
No,
part.
it's
She
not.
was letting
Yeah,
go
it
of
is.
Jack. He was in her head, so she had to kill him.
It's not a good romance movie.
Why is it not a good romance
Because The Notebook is a good romance movie.
I've
What?
only seen half of it.
I'm
I'm just
Notebook.
saying.
I
He
like Ryan
comes
Gosling. You don't
and
like Ryan Gosling.
I don't.
That's the whole thing.
He comes and
you
reads
liked the movie
to-
last night. You like The Nice Guys. We watched
liked
The
it
Nice
okay.
Guys.
I'm still
She
really
was
confused
giggling
about
the
it.
whole time. It was actually pretty good.
To be
Him
fair,
and Russell
I
Crowe.
took sleeping medicine before it.
No, halfway through.
Okay, I'm just saying. Anyway, back to
Sorry.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay. I was gonna keep going with
No,
Titanic.
no,
The
no.
rest of the night.
Let's
was
keep
Titanic.
it.
What else? We don't have anything else to say about Lord of the Rings. We've said our favorite movies. We said our favorite characters. We
No,
can,
like what
You've lost your Lord of the Rings virginity.
I have, and I'm really glad
Finally.
about that. Do I think I should watch him again in a couple months? Yes, because if I'm planning on cosplaying
You
as
could-
Arwen, then I need to gear up.
Honestly,
Absolutely.
what might be better for you than watching the Hobbit movies is reading the Hobbit. You could do that really fast. It's not that long of a book, and it's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's a
I
really
kind
good
of
book.
want to watch
It's a
The
good
Hobbit because it doesn't have Benedict Cumberbatch.
book. Yeah, it's
Well,
fun.
Isn't he
the
the dragon?
Yeah, he's a dragon. I mean, I wouldn't say
His
half.
voice is awesome,
Yeah.
though. As Smaug.
But he does go around and act like him.
Right.
Yeah,
But The Hobbit is a really good book. It's I've read it 3 times.
it's a good.
Really?
One. It's good.
So, for Dragon Con 2017, you're going to be Aragorn, right?
I'm down.
I'm going to be Arwen. I'm about it. Are you going to be Gimli? Because I think that'd be fun.
I'll do it if I can. Yeah, I don't know how
We'll
long
figure
that
it out.
costume would take to.
Okay, here's the
He's
thing.
got a lot of
We're gonna
stuff.
start
Is
in
I
January. We're
cosplayed
starting
this
in
first
January.
year, and I'm really proud of it. Do I think I can go to the next level with my mother's help? Because my mom's awesome.
But
Yes.
the thing is, I would be graduating right before Dragon Con starts, so I don't know if I'll have time to like build a costume for Gimli.
Well,
We
that's
start
why
in
we do it
January.
like several
Yeah,
months
well,
beforehand.
Yeah, we'll start in January.
Several
we can take
months.
care of like the legwork.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll totally help, and I will totally help you put in the extensions for the beard, or you can grow it out, whichever one you want to do.
well,
I was
going
gonna say something about the elves, and I totally forgot.
What about the elves? The elves I love elves in Lord of the Rings. That is the ultimate elf representation in any
It's awesome.
fantasy.
Well,
It
that's,
is.
That's what started the.
It is.
Elves were all like referenced as small, like
Yeah.
tiny creatures.
Like
And
the
then-
Fae folk.
And
Yeah.
then Tolkien made it. Tolkien started the like tall, like immortal,
magical,
elf,
immortal, yeah.
thing.
I
Yeah,
like
they're
their
awesome.
aesthetic. I am all about it. If I could have my house look like, oh, what's the name of the place where they all live?
Which one?
Like
There's
the
low
one,
elves and then there's the high elves.
the one that
Is
Arwen
that
is. The like the
is that
castle that
there's-
Arwen lives in.
Yeah, I think there's actually 3 different like realms.
I
of
know
elves.
Legolas is a wood elf.
Yeah, and
He's
that's
a part of like with Galadriel.
and then
that's his
there's
queen.
the
Where they live in the trees and right?
Right. Well, don't say bad words that I have to edit out.
and then there's the Rivendell elves. Which
Yeah.
Isn't that
Rivendell.
Arwen and all them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am about that castle.
I call them high elves. I don't know if that's
1,000
what they call them.
And then there's the
Percent.
and then there's the ones with Galadriel and Elendil, I think.
No, I thought Galadriel was a part of like Legolas' group, or is
I
Legolas
don't think
separate?
so. That's a different one.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I don't know that much about elves. I know orcs used to be elves. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Really?
both of those.
Yeah.
Are they just their ugly cousins?
Bit more or less, yeah.
Well, yeah, and I think Uruk-hai were like some weird breed between orcs and.
Yeah, they're
Elves.
Weird.
like Uruk-hai are like they were created during the Lord of the Rings,
Well,
right? Like,
Saruman
specifically-
talks about it in the movie. I don't remember.
Yeah,
exactly
well,
what
he
says.
tells them like orcs used to be elves,
Yeah.
like they kind of got banished.
Yeah.
They
Saruman
followed
was like the
Sauron.
other wizard,
Yeah,
right?
he was the
Yeah.
bad.
Can we talk about how lazy of naming that is, though?
Saruman?
Saruman and Sauron, right?
Sauron?
Yeah.
That's really lazy
It was
naming, and
kinda
that
obvious.
bothered
It's
me.
Like Gandalf, why did you even go to the guy whose name is similar to the bad guy?
That really bothered me half the time because I'm like, Tolkien, you can do better.
Well, yeah.
This is
And
awful.
He did better, but... that
Sorry,
was kind of-
just sidebar. That
Yeah.
really bothered me the
Fair
whole
enough.
time.
Yeah, they are very similar names. So.
Well, alright, we're about through Lord of the Rings. Or does everyone have their Lord of the Rings out of them?
I am happy and content with the breaking of the Lord of the Rings virginity.
Alright, good. Let's
Awesome.
let's take a little break, come back, and let's talk about Luke Cage. Let's do it. Alright, we're coming back. Broke.as.node. I gotta do
It's not
that
them anyway, so.
Come on down to Boots and Stuff, located just north in Rockmart, Georgia. If you're coming up to see us, you can rest assured that we have boots. We have red boots, we got green boots, we might even have a brown boot or two. You can come in to our store.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah?
About them snakeskin boots.
Oh yeah, we got a little bit of snakeskin boot, and you can rest assured that when you're wearing the snakeskin boots, there will be people that will say you got the snakeskin boots, and so you can come in. Right now, we're having a special for 2 boots for $2.99 and 3 boots for $1.99. It don't make any sense. I'm not a good businessman. I just wanted to open up a restaurant, Rockmart, but I accidentally opened up a boot store. Come on down now, and we'll see you. We love you, and you need us.
Alright, Broke.as.node, episode 8. We're back. We're back from the Lord of the Rings break. I don't know, if you will. I don't know. We said we talked about Luke Cage.
We watched all 3 movies in between, so.
Hmm?
Yeah. That's
It's
fine.
been a good 12 hours.
Yeah, so,
more like actually a good 30 minutes.
yeah,
But,
it's probably been 30 minutes.
little bit of a break. We said we talked about Luke Cage, so let's talk about Luke Cage. Coming at it, well, we can start. Samantha's here, so we can start with what we all know. The Marvel Netflix series has so far delivered.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Luke Cage isn't my favorite. Daredevil is still my favorite, but
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Really?
Daredevil
Season 2 is great.
Daredevil season
It
2
is.
is one of my favorite TV seasons of all time.
I can agree with
You would
that.
have to compare all season 1s, like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage across the board.
Right.
Season 1's, yeah.
Luke Cage is I would say Luke Cage is as good as Daredevil season 1.
With all these shows, though, I watch them about the week they come out. Mm-hmm. So it's been a while since I've seen Daredevil season 1.
Right, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would say obviously, you know, we have in the past been big fans of Arrow, Flash, and stuff like that, but Netflix is owning the superhero series game right now, man.
Yeah. They're killing it.
I mean, they're killing it. We're about to get Iron Fist. After Iron Fist, we're going to get the Defenders, which is going to be Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist.
That's going to be awesome.
And we're going to get Punisher. Punisher's getting his own series, man.
Like teaser
Are they
trailers.
using the same dude?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Everyone keeps asking that. Okay, they're not getting rid of him. He's an amazing Punisher.
He's awesome.
No, he's Punisher.
He was some of those, like, that's one of the reasons Daredevil season 2 is so amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Is because of the Punisher.
Oh, yeah.
He has a great scene.
There's a chance, there's a rumor anyways, that we're going to get Kingpin in the Spider-Man movie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's being filmed in Atlanta. Some of the series were filmed in Atlanta. The guy who plays Wilson Fisk has basically said, "Oh, I haven't heard anything about it." He was very hush-hush. It's basically, we might get a scene at least.
He's a great actor.
Terrific actor.
He's like super Italian.
Yeah, super Italian. Great actor. Did a terrific Wilson Fisk.
Oh god, it was great.
What was he in? He was in
Law and Order, like SVU.
Yeah, but the movie.
I saw some like clips of that, and I was like, wow.
He was the murderer, though. He's a psychopathic murderer in, what was it, The Cell? We watched it about a year ago, I guess, with J-Lo. You don't remember that? He was, I want to say it was The Cell. Yeah, where she went into his mind to try to figure out.
That whole weird thing.
It was a weird movie.
We're getting off of Luke Cage a little bit here.
Little bit off Luke. Yeah. Same actor. But anyways, if you haven't watched the Marvel Netflix series, watch them. The order is, and we know it because we're experts.
Oh yeah.
Daredevil season 1, and then Jessica Jones season 1. And then Daredevil season 2,
right.
And now Luke Cage.
And I think they're all in chronological order too.
They are.
They happen
right
chronologically.
They reference
as when they came out.
Well, I'm only about halfway through Luke Cage right now. A little past. I'm on episode 9. About halfway through episode 9. But so far they have referenced Jessica Jones a few times.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Luke Cage is definitely after Jessica Jones.
Yeah, it's definitely after.
I haven't seen any of it at all. Yeah. Do I plan on binge watching it tomorrow? Absolutely.
You should. It's really good. It's
they
really good.
They don't mention Daredevil season 2 though. I don't think in
Luke Cage. Fair enough.
There might be some Easter eggs. I'd have to look that up.
I mean, the thing about Luke Cage and Jessica Jones is they're very closely related because they get married in the comics. Yep. And we're all expecting to see that in the series.
Although, there's another relationship that's kind of happening in Luke Cage.
I'm guessing with the cop girl?
No.
Oh, Night Nurse?
Look, man.
You
gotta watch. You gotta watch.
I don't know. I think Night Nurse is just Night Nurse. I mean, I think.
Yeah, so I'm the only one who's finished Luke Cage out of this group, right? And you're episode 9.
Yeah, halfway through episode 9.
Yeah. I'm episode 0.
Yeah, you're terrible. You're terrible.
So we're gonna have some spoilers for Samantha, and spoilers for anybody who's watching this. So,
but starting out with Luke Cage, I mean, if you just start out on the theme song, honestly, my favorite theme song so far.
Oh yeah,
and it grew on me. It didn't start out that way. I didn't like it that much starting out, but it grew on me. That guitar line, that wow, 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 wow. Yeah, oh man, cool. That wah wah, like ooh, it's good.
I'm just super into the actor who plays Luke Cage.
You have to love him. I mean, he does a terrific job. He's good though. Me and Jared were talking about it. He is definitely the Captain America of the Defenders, and he definitely will be. He is the
most morally.
He is straight north on the moral compass. Right. He is.
Really?
Oh
so
yes.
Very much
he's a
Steve
super good
Rogers.
guy.
He is. He's a Steve Rogers. He's a Cap. Okay. I mean, all day, and it works, and he does it well.
He is
very
pure
well
at heart.
He's very pure at heart. He was a cop before we find out. Mm-hmm. Spoiler. He was framed for an accident. I haven't figured out what the accident is. Do they tell you?
Yes.
Okay.
And wait.
Maybe.
Wait,
a little bit.
Accident
whatever he got framed for to get put in jail.
Right. I don't know if they say that.
He got put in jail?
Yeah. So it shows that in the show. Spoiler. They show that in the show. He was in jail, and that's where he got experimented on, and that's where he got his powers from while he was in jail. But basically, he was framed for something. He was a cop before that. So once he gets out, he is
Some of the best parts of that show are the flashbacks of him being in jail.
Yes. Oh my god, when
really
he was like a
awesome.
fighter.
Right,
There's a whole episode where it was like
awesome. Yeah.
50% flashback,
Right.
and that was great. And he meets Shades in
It's a great
jail.
episode,
Shades
yeah.
was in jail,
Yeah.
who's a great character, by the way. Another great character is Cottonmouth.
Oh yeah, he's
Who
awesome.
is,
He's a great actor.
Remy. It's Remy from House of
Remy
Cards.
from,
Cards,
House of Cards.
Which that guy is basically a Netflix actor at this
I know.
point. I loved him in House of Cards. He did great. The problem was he was in kind of the shadow of Frank Underwood.
Yeah.
So he didn't really get to be the bad guy or the guy.
Yeah.
And Luke Cage, he gets to be the guy.
Right, yeah.
And oh man, he killed it.
Really good at
He
it.
killed it. Well, like you said, about halfway through, the Diamondback takes over as like the bad guy,
Right, yeah.
and not as good.
No,
So-
Not
I
as
didn't-
good.
He was.
So a lot of references to snakes here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The villains are snakes. Yeah. Diamondback.
Well, Diamondback and Cottonmouth at least.
Diamondback and
That's
Cottonmouth.
it. But yeah,
Still.
but
the other one's kind of Mariah
and Shades.
Shades. Yeah.
And Shades is cool. And everyone's, of course, the biggest complaint with Luke Cage, which is hilarious, it's so stupid, is it's an all black cast. Guys, it's set in Harlem, New York.
Yeah. It's.
If they didn't
Alright.
have a mostly black cast, that would be the stupidest crap ever.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be true to where they're
Right.
at. It's set in Harlem, Manhattan, New York, guys. It's an African American community. You're being stupid if you think
It's very accurate.
that.
That's what.
Right,
Yeah.
they're being accurate. That's all they're being. That's
Right.
all it is. I mean, honestly, we need a black series. We need kids to be able to look up to a black
I was
superhero.
reading
That's so
something
important.
About how the actor, I forget his name.
We
who
should know his
plays
name.
Luke Cage.
Who's
said
terrific.
Yes, who said that the world is very ready for a black invincible man because of the current climate. That's
Yeah.
going
And they
on.
make
It's
references
very,
to
very
that.
important
Right.
to him as an actor to have that, and that's why he did push so hard
Right.
for the role, because that's really necessary right now.
Oh my God, that man
Who
is
was it?
beautiful too.
Oh, don't get me started with that. But if we're talking historic references in the climate that's going on, Superman was created by these two Jewish brothers who needed someone during that time who was invincible. That's
Okay.
the history.
I didn't know that.
You
That's
didn't
cool.
know the history
No,
around that?
I didn't know that.
It's around the Great Depression.
Right.
And that's where the history of that comes from. And so, Luke Cage bringing this forefront to the media aspect, TV is very, very important simply because of the climate that we have going on. He said it's almost the same thing.
Right.
Because kids growing
Similar
up need
climate.
to see this, that there's this moral, upstanding black
Yes.
man who is so true to his morals, but is also invincible at the same time.
Right.
And the actor said that's really important to bring forth, and that's why he did push so hard for the role.
Well, I mean, absolutely. And
They touch on a lot of social issues in the show. Too,
They
which is-
definitely do.
it's
I just saw in episode 9 he had to take out 2 cops. He had to. He didn't really have a choice, and they were basically.
Yeah, that's a
and they
big
bring
part
it
of
up. They were literally racial profiling him,
Right.
and they're like, hands up, and he's like, "Why? I'm just walking." And they're like, "Hands up." He looked the part, and so it turns out he was who they were looking
Right,
for,
right.
and he had to take him out. But even before he took him out, he's like, "Listen, guys, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
I don't want to have to take. Now, of course, he didn't kill him. He's Luke Cage. He doesn't kill anyone. He knocked him out and he took off with their car. He was in danger, and spoilers, but he was in danger. But he does absolutely live up to that moral superhero code, and that is exactly what we need right now for that community. Like, just have an invincible, like you said, an invincible guy who also lives up to that moral code. Like, he's exactly what. I don't know. The show does all of that so well. I mean,
Also, I love the characters who are like, "Oh, I don't kill." Daredevil, you threw him down the stairs. His neck is probably snapped.
no, let's talk
Paralyzed.
about Batman and Batman Superman. Oh, I don't kill. I just run him over with my freaking car.
He's not dead. He's just, sleeping.
Although
It's
I will
fine.
say, Luke Cage, the series did have some slow moments. Like, it had some episodes where it got a little boring at times.
Episode
But-
1.
Yeah, episode 1 was
Episode
pretty,
1 sucked.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Listen, episode
Really?
1, seriously,
Yeah.
the first 30 to 40 minutes of episode 1 was terrible.
It has a lot of highs and a lot of lows. Like,
Yeah.
Is it
the
just
series,
that
yeah.
character building that you
It
kind
is.
of have to get?
You
through?
already got Luke Cage set up because they introduced him in Jessica Jones,
Yeah.
which, by the way, I loved. That we already have a character we know a lot about, and now he's getting his own show. We didn't have that before. Jessica Jones was just Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
She had to establish herself. Luke Cage already had an establishment, and that really helped with his character. But they set up all the other characters, and it took them about 30 to 40 minutes to do it, and it was very slow.
Right. It was
but the last like 15 or 10 minutes of episode 1 was great, and then episode 2 is awesome, and then they're ready to go.
It gets going after that first
initial their startup is real slow.
It's very slow, but it's worth it.
Fair enough.
Sit through that first episode, ladies and gentlemen. It is worth it. It is a great show. Yeah. I would say where I'm at right now, I agree with kind of Jared. I would put it on par with Jessica Jones season 1. Yeah. I like Jessica Jones season 1 a lot because it was so dark. This isn't as dark.
No, definitely not.
But it's still really, the fighting is awesome. And it's a different fighting.
Yeah.
I like Daredevil better because it's all like, a lot of acrobatic and stuff. And we're going to get similar fighting stuff in Iron Fist, obviously.
The Iron Fist should be awesome.
It's
all about
it better be.
Yeah.
The fighting style in Luke Cage more straightforward boxer style.
No, I would say tank. Imagine your barbarian. Imagine your tank just coming in. I mean, remember, he's invincible.
Yeah.
He's
true.
He just walks in and just mows people.
It's episode
grabbing people and throwing them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's episode 1 or 2 where like a gang goes on him. A guy with a wooden baseball bat goes to crack him in the head, and he does, and it hits his head, and the baseball bat just bursts. And then you're like
he just walks through while people are attacking him at all
So
sides.
not the finesse that Daredevil has.
No,
not at all.
Because he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to.
He just lets people beat on him, and he doesn't get hurt.
He doesn't care. He's a tank. I mean, he's like. I mean, imagine like it's literally the fighting style is almost like Captain America meets Hulk. It's like, but not as like fast. Like it's like a slow down. Like I don't know. It's watch it, and you'll see what I mean.
I mean, I do need to watch.
I want them to Iron Fist. I want them to one up Daredevil though with the martial arts stuff.
They better.
Yeah.
It better be some Ip Man level stuff.
Like it's
Speaking of Ip Man, we watched that recently.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie.
That was my first time.
My second time watching it. Yeah, it was
really good. Well, we watched that. You showed me that video about Jackie Chan and fighting styles in Hong Kong and just
movies,
Eastern cinema in general. They
film martial arts scenes.
They film it so differently. They show the hits in Western style. They don't show the hits a lot.
They cut before the hit, and then
they show the sound. You hear the sound, but you don't actually see the hit. Now, some movies show the hit. The Bourne movies show the hit, and that's one thing that set them apart. But we're getting a little off topic. But Ip Man's great.
Luke Cage.
Yeah, I really want the fighting in Iron Fist to be awesome. Yeah.
Like Ip Man level.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. They should literally bring in some Eastern directors for this. If they're smart, they will. We'll see.
That's where you get the best fighting is like Hong Kong movies.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can't. I mean, literally, Ip Man's some of the best fighting I've seen in forever in live action. But babe, guess who's going to be Iron Fist?
Who?
What's his name in the show?
He's from Game of Thrones. He's Marjorie's
brother.
Loras Tyrell.
Yeah, Loras Tyrell.
Yeah. What actor is that?
I don't know his name.
I can't remember his name, but he's going to be
Tyrell.
Iron Fist. Yeah.
He's going to be Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Is Iron Fist an Asian character though?
No. He is an American character who is trained by Eastern martial artists. So
I'm not as familiar.
They're sticking. I'm pretty sure they're sticking true to the comic book background. I would love an Asian superhero in there somewhere, but hey, we're getting. There's not enough, but hey, we're getting Ip Man in Rogue One.
Oh yeah,
now, that's not comics. That's Star Wars, but Ip Man's going to be in Rogue One. So that's going to be cool.
That's awesome.
That actor, the guy who plays Ip Man in the
he's
going to
have some cool scenes, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
I hope they don't like wimp out on his action. Like it's just like I don't know.
You know what? At this point I expect nothing from Rogue One, but I expect the best from Rogue One. It's a weird mix, but I think
I hope it's good. Yeah.
I think it could work, and I hope it works.
I feel like that is another podcast entirely.
Oh, we're gonna do a premiere night Rogue One podcast. That's the deal.
When does Rogue One come out?
December 15th, December 16th. I don't know, December.
I just hope they don't. What their plan is for Star Wars right now is that they're gonna make movies basically until they stop making money off the movies. Is what I'm thinking. Yeah,
probably.
They're gonna do episode 7, 8, and 9 with the spin-offs in between, and then they're probably gonna keep going if those are still doing really well and make maybe another trilogy or more spin-offs until people are like, okay, it's another Star Wars movie, we don't really care, until like one bombs or something.
Right.
So that's kind of sad to me that they're gonna like extend it that much, but I do love that we're getting a lot of more Star Wars universe stuff.
I think if they're smart, like at the end of episode 9 we'll have like a good 5-year break.
Yeah, that would be nice.
and then we could just keep going indefinitely. If they do it right, they could go indefinitely.
Right.
And I want that for Star Wars. Star Wars deserves that.
Just to don't.
It's
do
a
it
galaxy.
well.
It's a whole
I
galaxy.
just hope they don't keep going with the 1 a year thing forever. Until it gets bad.
I think 9 should end, and then we need a good at least 3 years.
Because it'll just give people fatigue from
right.
it.
Oh yeah, people will get. Now people like us will be catching every movie. But
Right. I'll still be going. I don't care.
the diehards are going to be there till the end, but we'll see. But overall, so far, Luke Cage, I easily put it on par with Jessica Jones. I easily put it above season 1 of Daredevil. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I will agree with you, Jared. Season 2 of Daredevil has been my favorite Marvel Netflix series so far. Probably my favorite Marvel series. I have not watched the other two. What are the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter? I haven't watched. Yeah. I've heard Agent Carter is really good, though.
Yeah, I've heard it is.
Do they have episodes on streaming services?
No, I don't think so.
On...
Maybe Hulu? We'll have to check it out.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe Hulu.
I think Hulu, and then if you are also lucky enough to have Comcast On Demand, it is definitely on Comcast On Demand because I've definitely.
I watched a little bit of.
Watching it.
I watched a little bit of S.H.I.E.L.D. and it was kind of.
Yeah, it seems kind of boring.
Yeah.
They have Agent Paulson though.
And I've heard they almost break canon with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, they almost do. But they're like, oh, no, it works because of this.
I mean, some people love it.
Right. I've heard people who love it. I think either last year or this year they had some...
I never got into it, yeah.
Dragon Con actors... I mean, actors came to Dragon Con from it, and it got a big following. But anyways, what else could we move on to? Do we have...
Segue.
Oh, we wanted to segue maybe into Harry Potter.
So
we can end on Harry Potter. That's Samantha's thing.
We gotta stop.
Okay, let's stop. That's gonna get us banned from YouTube.
Anyway, so Lucas and I, because we're dating, right, might be going to the wonderful wizarding world of Harry
Might be.
Potter.
We got our hotel booked and everything. We're going.
Okay, so we're going.
If we don't go, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay.
You're gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed. We're going to in about what 2 weeks ish.
I mean, a week and like 3 days.
Wow, it's really that soon.
Yeah, we're getting close on it.
So we're going to the wonderful wizarding world of Harry Potter
at Universal Studios, yes. Orlando, Florida.
Yes.
Yeah, a little
and I am the most excited I think I've been for anything in a very, very long time. I am a huge Harry Potter nerd. I've read the books each probably around like 8 to 9 times each per book.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
This time,
that's crazy talk.
Honestly,
it's crazy
movies, talk. I don't know what I'm on. ABC Family Marathon. I was part of it each weekend that it was a thing.
It's probably happening this weekend.
Probably. We don't have cable.
Who has cable?
I've read a couple of the books twice, and that's about it. I think I read The Prisoner of Azkaban twice. I think I read 3 and 4, The Prisoner of Azkaban and The Goblet of Fire twice.
There's only one book I have read.
Is the worst one.
Really?
That is insanity. Goblet of Fire is clearly the best.
I don't know. I've never been about it.
That's insanity.
I've always really liked the 5th one, but
the 5th one is the worst book.
Okay,
you didn't like the
tournament?
The tournament's pretty awesome though.
The tournament is cool. Like, granted, there's a difference between the book and the movie. I've never really been a huge fan. Granted, I will still watch it over almost anything. Fan of the 4th movie. I like the 5th mainly because I am a huge Luna fan. Is there a chance that if I have a daughter, Luna's going to be in there somewhere? Yes, when I go to name her. But I also love the Thestrals. Anyway, that's besides the point.
The 5th movie is better than the 5th book because the 5th book is like 900 pages. Maybe not that long, but close to it. And the 5th movie is just as long as the rest of them.
Okay, fair. But we're going to the theme park, and I've been wanting to go since I ever found out that there was going to be a theme park. So this is a very long time now. So we'll probably podcast about that when we get back.
Certainly.
But we are going in less than 2 weeks, and we're going to do all of it. I'm going to do the interactive wand experience. I've heard a lot of people feel that they got ripped off. I don't care. I'm gonna do it.
You're excited to get ripped off.
I am, and I am excited to spend probably $500,000 there. And I'm honestly okay with that.
You've been waiting for this
30
moment.
minutes ago,
all
you
your
said
life.
you were going to spend $200, but now it's half.
No,
It keeps going up about $100 each.
It's going to be.
She's gonna spend $2,000.
This is how
It's
much
like
of a Harry Potter nerd
Troy-
I am. I'm planning on getting something tattooed on my body.
It's like Troy at AWA last year.
He's like, I'm going to spend $100.
He spent about $600.
And then he spends triple that.
I mean, I'm cool with it. What are you most excited about on this trip concerning Harry Potter? What part?
Me?
Yes.
Diagon Alley is supposed to be like a legitimate exact replica. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Very
We're
excited
going on
about
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So in October, so the park's not supposed to be that bad. So the crowds aren't supposed to be too
I've
bad.
also heard that there might be special like Halloween aspects to it because
Well,
we are
you're
so
not
close to Halloween.
you're not going to hear this. I'm more excited about everything else besides Harry Potter. Like
I don't care about that.
Spider-Man ride's cool.
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Which
to
I've
ride
rode
the
before,
Hogwarts
but-
Express, go to Diagon Alley, go to Hogsmeade, and do all the things. Am I potentially going to cry while I'm there because I'm that excited? Yes. So be prepared for that.
The Mummy ride is dope. It's
oh my god, the Mummy
inside
ride's
roller
so
coaster.
good.
Yeah.
So good. We're riding the Mummy ride. I don't care.
I mean, that's fine.
I'll get a Mummy t-shirt.
Oh, they have that. Have you rode the ride where it's like a music themed ride? And
No.
it's new there. It's
that roller
new
coaster?
It was new within like the past 5
No, well, because
5 years.
when we
something.
went, me and you went for high school.
Right. Yeah.
It was for band. They were working on Harry Potter World, and they were working on that ride.
The last time I went, they had that.
So
open.
how many years in the making has this been?
Well, when we were sophomores, they were working on Harry Potter World.
Oh my god, it's been like 8 years.
It's been a good 8 years.
Yeah. So
Diagon
Yeah,
Alley,
that-
though, was 2 years ago.
that music ride's really awesome. Y'all gotta ride that.
No. Hogsmeade was the first thing they did. Diagon Alley, they released like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Diagon
I've never.
Alley is-
Well, they had Hogsmeade last time I went. I
haven't seen Diagon
I
Alley.
haven't seen Diagon
Yeah,
Alley.
it's fairly new. I mean, I love Harry Potter. I read each book once. I've never read any book more than twice besides Heart of Darkness.
Gross.
That is my book. I read it 6 times. 6 times. I love that book.
That is a lame.
But they don't have a Heart of Darkness attraction anywhere.
No, because
I
nobody
wouldn't
likes
read
it.
the Heart of
I wouldn't
Darkness
write
once.
it. That's not what I'm about. It's not. I'm not about that universe. That universe sucks.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
You would
Enslaving.
not want to make a theme park
No!
after that.
We're gonna enslave a bunch of Africans. It's cool. No, that'd be terrible. It's the thematic elements and it's the moral questioning that I love about it all.
Are you going to
it's really
support
deep,
me
yeah.
nerding out?
Of course, I'm gonna support you nerding out. Why do you think we're going?
You guys should like dress up.
She's going to
You are.
probably.
Have I ordered my robe already?
Well, you can buy
Maybe.
stuff there too. You can buy like wizard's hat and stuff like that. There.
Again, this is where the $50,000 part
Yeah,
comes
so-
in. Granted, $250 of that goes towards the ticket.
Yeah,
There
if
is
you
like
get
a,
discounted, that's great.
we're gonna look into it.
There is a wizard's clothing store in Hogsmeade. It's pretty cool.
Ooh,
So you can buy like cloaks and stuff there. Yeah.
I'm gonna come back.
I think
so
they have-
warm
yeah, I
and
know.
so happy. You have no idea.
It's so cool, like the atmosphere there. Is
yeah.
awesome.
Oh,
They're
they're
well
so good at it. I mean, I remember going when I was like 11, 10 to the Jurassic Park area,
Oh, yeah.
and just being so
I
overwhelmed.
mean, they have the music playing and
Oh,
everything.
it's
so, yeah,
incredible.
Do
The
they have
gate
music
opens-
playing at Harry
Yeah,
Potter?
yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm
of
gonna
course.
cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna cry.
Prepare yourself. I'm gonna.
Hopefully,
cry.
I'll have a
Oh,
video of it.
especially you have to go there. You have to be there at nighttime. It's so awesome at night.
We're gonna be there till it closes.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, you should go there earlier in the day and then like hit the rest of the park and then go back there at night.
We will.
Yeah.
We will.
I'm gonna cry.
We're there for 3
Prepare
days, so.
yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going
We're
to
there,
cry
and-
out of sheer joy.
And with the Hogwarts, with the
The
park
Hogwarts
pass,
Express.
yeah, you can do the Hogwarts Express between parks if you have the
That's
park
very cool, yeah.
park
Am I
hopper.
gonna be dressed up the whole time? Most likely.
More than
I'm
likely.
gonna cry. I'm gonna be super excited. I might pass out.
Take a little backpack. Make sure, because if you're gonna be buying stuff.
Yeah. No. Just all the things.
It'll
all
be
the things.
all the things.
Buy everything. Come home happy, broke, and exhausted. That is the goal.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. I finally
Get
You're
tattooed.
staying outside of the park though.
only
right?
20 minutes away. The
Okay.
place we're staying at has a shuttle
Okay,
to
cool.
Universal.
That's cool.
It's great.
That's
yeah, it's great, and we're staying there for free, so it's awesome.
Heyo.
There are some.
My mom has
houses-
connections.
There are houses in Orlando you can rent like really cheap now.
Really?
Yeah, but my mom did that one year. Like I don't know how many years ago, but yeah, they have these big. They'll have like pools in the backyard and stuff, and they're about the same price as a hotel rent.
Well, we're staying for about $50 a night.
Okay.
So and we're not paying for it. My mom's paying for it.
There was a 5-bedroom house we rented, and I think it was like $200 a night.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing for my birthday.
Yeah, maybe like a group trip. That would be cool. Maybe we'll go back. I want to go to Disney. I haven't been to Disney since I was 6.
Disney's cool.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
I've never been to Epcot. I've never been to MGMT.
Awesome.
No.
When they finish the Star Wars land.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
It's going to be so amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They already have in what is it called? Now it was MGMT. It's now Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
It's they already have like.
Did they change the name because of the band, or
they have a Star Wars museum? They have stormtroopers walking around.
Oh my
everywhere.
god!
They have this huge stage in front.
This is way more important than Harry Potter.
They have a huge stage.
Shut your whore mouth.
Right in the main like section as you walk in that plays like these Star Wars like giant light shows.
Oh my
and
god!
Stuff. It's awesome.
I want to be there right now.
And then
I'm not a fan of Disney.
No,
cool.
because one ride scared you when you were 3.
Yeah,
like
it sucked. Okay, it scared so many kids that they had to permanently change it.
Yeah,
Whatever.
It's a Lilo and Stitch right now, and it still sucks. It's not any good.
They're getting rid of it, I think.
They are? Okay.
Or it's going to be a seasonal.
That's good, because I don't
ride
like it. We ride it like every time. Everybody's like, let's ride the Lilo and Stitch ride. And I'm like, no.
I don't
it's
want
not.
to.
It's
I don't want to.
It was awful. I cried.
Well, one thing is Stitch burps while you're in there, right? So you're sitting in these seats, and it lets out this like burp gas. So you have to smell burp. And I'm like, why?
Why am I here? Why did I just pay $100 to
like
smell burp?
Just like
I don't want that.
Hot dogs
That's
or
better than
just,
like when me and my sister rode it when I was like I want to say like 8 or 9 and she was like 11 or 12. It was that creepy alien ride that scared so many kids.
I rode that one out.
Change it into a Lilo and Stitch ride.
I rode that when I was 5, and I loved it. So you and your sister are pathetic. I've always been a twisted F word.
The first time I rode it scared the crap out of me.
Oh yeah,
Thank you, Jared.
it was awesome.
Yeah,
I loved it.
it was.
When we went, like it was awful. We went on that. First,
I'm making you go to a haunted house. I'm making you go to a haunted house in
Mountain,
Universal.
Which some dude had just gotten decapitated the month before.
It happens.
So it was in the light, so it wasn't fun. And we were like, "This sucks. I'm done." And I wasn't super into the Disney princess thing either. I was like, "Okay, cool." I'm like cool with Mulan and like
whatever,
because they were like, hey,
Universal
There's
is
another
cooler.
kind of controversial ride in Epcot. There's this.
Is this going to be racist, Jared?
No.
Because
it's
Disney, so you don't know.
It's space. I can't remember what it. Mission Space is what it's called.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
It simulates. It's like one of those turn things, and it spins you around really fast.
Oh, yeah.
And you're in this cockpit where you see, and you have the screen simulating you're blasting off from space. You're in a rocket ship. You're an astronaut, and you're flying to some planet, and you have these 4 roles. You have the engineer, the pilot, the I can't remember the other 2 roles. But it's like really there's a they made because it made so many people throw up and like go into labor and crap. So,
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, so they had to change it to make a soft version where you don't really get the feeling of blasting off. But if you ride the hardcore version, it's crazy the feeling.
Yeah.
You just get this
it can make you go into labor.
I mean, I can't remember all the things they've said.
Oh my god!
But they have.
Apparently, it has.
If you ride the intense version, they have barf bags right in front of you.
That's awesome.
You need to,
yeah.
So.
I don't need it. I go to Six Flags.
I've never thrown up on it.
Fine.
Though,
Yeah, it's fine. It's
I've ridden it a few times.
Back to Harry Potter. We should talk about. Well, we should talk before we end the podcast. We should talk a little about Fantastical Beast.
Fantastical Beasts.
It's coming out next
Fantastic
month.
Beasts and where to find them.
Whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it just got extended to 5 movies instead of 3.
Hello! It is the greatest day.
It was going to be 3 movies, and now it's going to be 5.
Peter Jackson's The Hobbit all over again.
I mean, maybe.
No, but here's the deal with this that makes it actually better.
Okay.
Well, it could make it better.
There's
At least,
so much more room, though.
Okay, so it started out as a pamphlet that's like, 90 pages? It's not long.
Yeah,
so
it's not
everyone's
that long.
like, but the pamphlet has nothing to do with the movie.
Okay.
Well, it has the main character,
It
the writer of the pamphlet, right?
Okay, Rupert Rupert Scamander, or Newt Scamander, Rupert's his son. Newt Scamander wrote the pamphlet on Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. So it talks about all the beasts. It doesn't talk about Newt at all. And so it's basically taking this idea and making it into this whole concept where they can go all these different avenues with it without it being...
Well, we get to see the U.S. Wizarding World, which is cool.
Yeah,
they're opening up that...
cool because J.K. Rowling is starting to introduce all those American houses.
Right.
That's cool.
On Pottermore. So she's got Ilvermorny.
Pottermore's canon, by the way, for those who don't know.
She's got Ilvermorny and a couple of other houses that I can't remember right now. I'm not going to lie. I'm not on Pottermore, really, because it will destroy my life, and I need to be a functioning adult.
You should get more on Pottermore.
I should, but...
For the podcast. Do it for the podcast!
It will ruin my life.
You'll be our
a
Harry Potter...
adult with 40 hours.
Do Pottermore! For us.
We'll see. We will see. I'll consider it tomorrow.
You will be our
I'm gonna have
Harry
some free
Potter
time.
expert.
I will be our Harry
You
Potter
already
expert.
are, I guess. But.
Troy's our anime expert. Me and Jared are everything else. You're Harry Potter.
Harry Potter expert. I will take that gladly. But I'm excited because there's not that much, I don't want to say lore on him, because there is some information, but she's taking what has given out there and extending it into this whole thing that could be another era of Harry Potter.
Will be, clearly.
It will be. Depending on how the first movie goes.
Yeah, they might.
A lot of people have not received The Cursed Child that well. I still haven't read it.
Well, The Cursed Child is going to have nothing to do with this series.
I'm just saying, like, in her extending, like, the Harry Potter universe, like, taking bits and pieces and extending it past, like, the original 7 has been iffy at best. Pottermore's done well. The Cursed Child, not so much. People have not been happy with it. So this is really going to set the tone to see if they even do anything else after this.
It looks good. It's going to do fine. Let's be real.
Is it going to be great? Probably.
It's going to be.
Am I going to see their midnight premiere?
Of course, we're all three going to be there.
Is it going to be better than Harry Potter?
No.
Probably not.
No, I think I'll like it better.
Okay.
No, really?
Well,
Yeah,
that's fine, 'cause
I
you're
do.
a heathen.
Well, no, because we've talked about it before. I don't like Harry Potter as the protagonist. It should have been Hermione all day. Because here's the difference. Hermione is Batman.
Hermione!
Yeah.
Whatever. Hermione, whatever you want to call it. She's Batman. Harry Potter is Green Lantern. Green Lantern is willpower. He's willpower.
Right.
Hermione is...
I can see that. Yeah.
Bruce Wayne is intelligence. He's the best fighter. Yeah. He's the best of the best. Right. Hal Jordan just has good willpower, and he happens to fall upon a good power. Harry Potter's a terrible protagonist. Batman beats Green Lantern every time. I'm sorry.
Okay, fine, whatever. Besides that point, I don't think anything will compare to the first initial, quote-unquote, magic of Harry Potter.
Give it a chance.
I think
give it a chance.
It's like Harry just has like the passion that Hermione doesn't have. That's
okay. Bruce Wayne doesn't have the passion, but he's still the best. Yeah. He can take out the whole Justice League.
This isn't DC Universe.
No, but comparatively, I mean, come on. Bruce Wayne can take out the whole Justice League. Hermione can take out any wizard. She's the best wizard of her age. Anyway, Dumbledore says she's the best wizard of her age.
First of all, the brightest witch of her age. Dumbledore doesn't say
I don't like
that.
sexist terms. I like to call them all wizards.
No, I'm quoting from the book.
Yeah, so even if she is the smartest, brightest
witch of her
age, that doesn't mean she's the best fighter. You can be book smart.
Anyway,
yeah.
No, she's a better fighter than Harry.
I don't even mean about the characters. I'm saying about the.
I don't remember their duels.
Okay, you know how you guys don't like The Hobbit nearly as much as Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, the movies. Yeah.
I have a great fear that.
No, it's gonna be the opposite.
The Fantastic Beasts is gonna be very, very similar.
I don't believe that.
Can you let me finish my sentence?
Fair.
You've got the people who are like me who grew up with those coming out, who are very much so Potter purists. And then you've got the second wave. So those people who have gotten to our age.
We're on the third wave by now, babe.
Second or third. It depends on where your age is.
Yeah, we're having third wave.
I don't know if they can live up to it.
Yeah, you've got the older Harry Potter people who have their own kids and stuff who are now just trying to get into it. It's that weird second/third wave who are trying to get the same magic in the same era, but it might not be.
Okay, well, here's the big difference:
so it will be great for those kids who are just coming into it, but the ones who grew up with it, maybe not so much. So I do have my own reservations about it.
That's a fair comparison. Here's the big difference between The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings to Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts. Fantastic Beasts, the movie, is literally written by J.K. Rowling herself. She has done a screenplay for this. She is the writer. Tolkien did not write the Hobbit movies. He didn't write any of them. He's been dead.
J.K. Rowling did not write all the screenplays.
Yeah, the Hobbit movies are
Harry
kind
Potter.
of...
No, but she is writing. This is her first full. She wrote the full screenplay for Fantastic Beasts, and if she writes all 5 of them, that's what I told you.
There's no guarantee.
There's no guarantee. We don't know what's happening yet. But
It depends on how the first movie goes.
if she writes all 5 of them, I have complete faith that it's going to be incredible.
yeah.
I mean,
It's gonna
Tolkien
be
didn't write
true.
the script for Lord of the Rings either.
No,
so.
he didn't write any of them. But The Hobbit, they extended it, right? They added more universe. She's obviously adding more universe with this, but
Herself.
she is adding more universe. No one else is. No one else is saying,
I mean,
"Oh, we're going to add this." And now, yeah,
She
did they add
is the
canon
foremost
things? But
expert on the Harry Potter universe.
I mean, she
created it.
created it.
Right.
That's the big difference. Is The Hobbit, all the extra stuff, we had writers who wrote that. Now,
So,
some of it was canon. Most of it was
remains
canon.
to be seen.
It's
But
it's
a
a
lot of
difference.
writers have their peaks, you know?
I don't know.
That's true.
I don't
A
think.
lot of people were
I don't.
pissed about the cursed child.
No, here's what I think people were pissed about the Cursed Child is people just don't know how to read plays. People hate reading plays. I love reading
Maybe,
plays.
maybe
I
not.
think if
I
I read
have
the
not
Cursed Child,
read
I'll
it.
love. I haven't either, but I think if I read it, I'd love it. I love reading plays.
I have the book.
I don't like plays. I like reading
plan
them.
on reading it on the way down to Orlando.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I've kind of like at this point I've kind of just saved it, and I'm like, well, why not read it on the drive down?
Fair
Get
enough.
Myself super psyched for it. And
But you don't read that many scripts. How many scripts do you read?
Not that many, but I can. Still
She's never read Waiting for Godot.
Who?
Hey.
We read that.
Yeah.
Well, of course, we had a drama English
was,
teacher. We
yeah.
read. She's never read
was-
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
Nope.
That was the first.
We read that.
Yeah. Waiting for
Anyway.
Godot is absurdist, isn't it?
Yeah, they both
So
are. But-
concerning Fantastic
I don't
Beasts and
remember
where to find them,
Rosencrantz.
we'll see after the movie comes out. We're all going to go to the midnight premiere, correct?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Am I going to be dressed up in my Harry Potter gear? That
As
we
long
just
as
got
you're
from
coming to
Orlando?
Rogue One with us.
Yeah.
You didn't come to episode 7 with us, so I don't trust
Okay,
you
well,
right
I do
now.
have I will go to Rogue One, and I'm super excited because it's a bunch of female leads.
Ayo.
Yes.
It's
I'm
a diverse cast. That's what I
It
love
is.
about it.
I actually saw the poster or like
Yeah.
the pre-op
You got a
poster.
diverse cast.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's amazing.
It's going to be good.
I'm
Rogue
ready
One's
really
gonna be good.
excited for Rogue
I am
One.
ready for some Star Wars action.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole other podcast in itself, but I think we should call this one.
Yeah, we're getting to the end. But I think my main point was I have a lot of faith in
I
Fantastic
think it'll be
Beasts.
good. The trailers look
I
good.
think as long as J.K. Rowling stays on as writer, I'm in.
Weirdly enough, I don't have that much faith in Eddie Redmayne, the main dude.
The main character.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
we'll
looks
see.
a little weird, but I don't know.
We'll see.
Maybe he could
He's a good actor. I mean, we
I
saw
think
him
he's a decent actor.
in The
I think
Danish
he's
Girl.
great.
He was pretty
I
good in
think he's
Danish Girl.
okay.
He's okay.
I don't know how much of that was the script versus him as an actor.
Right.
So we'll see. This
Have you
will
seen
be-
him in anything else besides
I
The Danish
haven't
Girl?
seen him in
Yeah, me
anything
either.
else besides the Danish Girl, and that's I think the problem is that I have to see him in something else.
Well, don't
besides
forget
that.
we're
Yeah.
getting Colin Farrell.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
So, you know,
Colin
he
Farrell.
looks to be the Voldemort of the American
Yeah.
wizards,
I
kind
wouldn't
of.
necessarily
I don't know. We haven't seen much from the trailers, but that's kind of what
Yeah,
he
the
seems.
trailers don't give much away.
No.
I wonder
Which
if
I
they're
like.
gonna-
I like
wonder if
that.
they're gonna have like a big bad villain throughout the whole.
I think it's going to be
course.
Colin Farrell.
You think he's going to be?
He
throughout
basically
all
said
5
in the
movies?
last what we saw today. He said, "I'm tired of bowing down to the humans." Basically, is what he said, which is very similar to Voldemort.
So
He's
you think he's
tired.
going to last the whole time?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's Colin Farrell, dude.
Right.
I mean, you know.
But
I
they
mean,
didn't reveal Voldemort very much. Like in Harry Potter, he's kind of
in
like
the books. They did though.
I
Like,
mean, he
crazy.
appears at the end of Sorcerer's Stone at the back of someone's head.
Right,
At the back of
and
the
then he's a
professor's
big
head.
part of every other book. I mean,
Yeah,
so.
but he's a villain, but he's
But
kind of
they're
like a
talking-
more mysterious. He's not out in the open like Colin Farrell's character looks.
So I think what he'll start. Colin Farrell's character is going to start out as like the Americans' version of the Ministry of Magic, maybe like a worker there, and he's
Right.
going to become like a Voldemort like character. I don't think he's going to be as big and bad at first. We might see him develop into that. I don't know. We might see someone else develop even worse. There's a lot that can happen here, but J.K. Rowling is writing it. That's why I have faith in it. And I think she's going to do fine. I think the reason people didn't like The Cursed Child is because of the play format, but we'll see. I have to read it.
I think it'll be good. Yeah, definitely.
I have faith in it. Final thoughts on anything we've talked about. Anyone? Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Luke Cage. Harry Potter. We've been everywhere today.
Oh, yeah.
Superheroes.
Well, 3
fantasy.
places.
Old fantasy.
Theme parks.
Theme parks. Any final thoughts, guys?
Lord of the Rings. Happy I watched it. Will I watch it again in a couple of months? Probably. Luke Cage, still need to watch it. Excited to watch it, but I have my own reservations.
It's good.
Which is fine.
You're gonna like it.
I'm
You're
glad
gonna like
that
it.
the character got established in Jessica Jones. Harry Potter, super excited to go to the theme parks. Holding my breath on the movies just because I don't want to get super excited and then end up disappointed and it potentially ruin one of my favorite series of all time.
That's how we are on Rogue One.
Right.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
But I'm still excited for it.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Me and you haven't watched the last 2 trailers for Rogue One on purpose.
Yeah.
We're like, nope. We're gonna wait for the movie, man.
It.
We're
We still
waiting
know
for the
that
movie.
Darth Vader's going to be in it.
Yeah. Listen, everybody listening right now, Darth Vader, the fact that Darth Vader's going to be in it is awesome. That should have been a movie reveal.
Right.
They should have not have revealed that. That should have been a movie reveal. That was stupid. That was stupid.
Anyway.
Disney, what are you
It's
doing?
been so awesome to see him in the theater.
Oh my God! I would have gotten up and ran away
Yeah.
out of excitement. I would have ran out of the theater out of excitement. You could have done that to
I
me,
would have tried
Disney.
to jump through the screen, but it's a wall
Yeah.
now. It's not like
Yeah, you would have died.
I would have died.
Jared would have died.
I would've
That's how
died.
excited he would have been.
Okay. Jared, your thoughts.
Final thoughts on everything.
Final thoughts on everything.
After dying.
After dying, I would say, I just I've had a good time
It's been
on
fun.
this podcast. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a good time. Thanks, guys.
Final thoughts for me, dude. I'm excited for Iron Fist. I'm really excited for the Defenders, and I have faith in Rogue One and Fantastic Beasts. I'm excited for the theme parks. Lord of the Rings. That's done. That's another topic. We should have a whole podcast on how sad it is that Tolkien's world is done.
Well, Silmarillion could happen. But
That's another.
I don't want that
topic.
to happen. I don't know, man.
I don't know. It would be really hard to adapt that to
One
screen.
movie, just one movie, Jackson. Just one
I
movie.
don't know. Silmarillion could like.
I'm gonna do a 6-movie series
He
of the Civil.
he could maybe do it with Silmarillion.
He
'cause
would.
So much history
Oh, man.
in there.
It's not like he's had great success in other areas.
Right.
Sidebar. So I'm excited about all that. Honestly, my biggest excitement is Rogue One. I did not like it at first, and I'm excited that it's happening now. So I have completely had I've had a complete 180. I didn't even want Rogue One to happen, and now that I've seen at least the first trailer and have the information behind it, I'm really excited for it.
I was down with it. The first trailer kind of seemed a little cheesy to me. So
The whole weird noise up.
that and some of the dialogue that was said in that trailer, it was like
Sure.
it was like a little cringy.
But now it looks good. But so I'm excited for it. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see the premieres of it and Fantastic Beasts, and we'll have podcasts for both of them. Until then, listen out for us. We're gonna have more podcasts, at least once a week, sometimes more. That's what we can guarantee. At least once a week. We've been doing that. We've been good.
That's good.
Yeah, it's been great. So one podcast a week, maybe
That wasn't
maybe
happening
more.
for a long time.
No, we were kind of bad about it, but now we're better about it.
This weekend we'll have an Instagram up and running.
Will we?
Yes,
We'll
I've been
see.
slacking on that. Blame the fact that I have a real job.
Check us out on our Facebook and our Twitter. It's down in the description of our YouTube videos. I put them first thing so you can find them in our links. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate it. And
Thanks for listening to this insanity.
this insanity of episode 8, episode 9 will be even more crazy. More crazy shenanigans, and we'll hear from you next time.
Bye.
Broke.as.node signing out.
Broke.as.node. 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 Oh, Broke.as.node.